Hello, welcome back to the never-ending TBR in Kristen's Corner. So the Swashbuckling readathon was a bust for me. I just wanted to show that I was ready to be a team player. I had this. I had thought about getting a pirate hat. I got a doubloon. I broke out Mr. Skeleton Pirate. I don't know what I'm going to name him. Tell me in the comments. I had Jack. Jack, show your face. I had him. And somewhere over here, I even had a pirate map that I was going to put up here. It just didn't happen. So, I just wanted to show my enthusiasm for the great Hannah and her awesome readathons that she puts together. I'm sorry I couldn't be more involved, and I love being in the Discord and chatting with friends, even though with their internet friends. I really enjoy it, and just I love the reading sprints. I love when the hosts come up with games, and I missed most of them because I was in upstate New York to go to my grandfather's funeral and just all of the craziness that goes with that. So I missed out, but I did start 2 books. The first one that was like pirate themed was Fable. No, lies. It was Namesake. It is the sequel to Fable, which is a young adult pirate. They're not really called pirates in the book, but it's a pirate themed world, and it follows this young woman, Fable, who loses her mother and father. Her mother passes away. Her father, it turns out to be one of the head honchos in this like pirate council kind of thing, and he has his own spot, and then there's a rival, and then there's this woman that runs everything. And her dad basically says, you have to prove yourself. You can't just be my kid to get, where you have to go, because they're going to try and take it away from you. So you basically need to get some scars and toughen up a little bit. So he abandons her. But you find out that she really wasn't abandoned, but she thinks she's been abandoned. And she learns to become a dredger. And that is a person that used to dive into the water under the boats and look for gems, pearls, anything that they could find. And she also is like a gem mage, or a stone mage? No, I don't know what she's called, but she can tell whether or not the gem that she has dredged up is authentic or not. And that was an ability that her mother had. So it's really good. And I got halfway through on my flight back to California, and I started dozing off at the part where she is going to meet the head honcho lady, and somebody gets unalived. I wasn't expecting it, and this new deal comes into play, and I have to be aware and awake for it, because I know that it still needs to come to a climax to find out what the big reveal is going to be, because each book has had a reveal. And Saint's been my favorite book out of the series. Anyway, that's a side note. But yeah, so I want to actually be able to pay attention while I'm listening to the book to find out what happens. So that's where I'm at there. And then the other book that I started was Lisa Kleypas, because I'm joining B, and there's other people involved. I'll find out who they are and I will put them down in the comments. I don't know if Tiff is one of the co-hosts or not, but we're doing a read along of the Wallflower series by Lisa Kleypas. I am not really a historical romance kind of gal. If it has historical in it, it's usually vampires or fantasy or something. So I'm trying to get into it. I am more than halfway through. I'm on chapter 12. I was able to hop on Tiffany's sprints the other night, and I got to, you know, watch her and B hang out, and I think Jess was there too for a little bit. But I just miss their faces and I miss their energy. So it was really cool to be, you know, in the chat talking to everybody. Oh my God. Tiff was having issues with, I think, her connection, and B popped on. It was right after like the sprint had stopped. And if you've ever sprint before, usually there's like some kind of noise to let you know that they're coming back on. It was just be like, hello. I jumped so high. Anyway, I'm liking the book so far. I like the side characters more than the main love story. McKenna, you know, I don't know how I feel about him, because they haven't revealed what his vengeance is. So basically, it starts off kind of like Princess Bride, where there's this young woman who is of a certain station, and there's a stable boy who is trying to like move up in the ranks of different servitude, but he's a servant to her, and they fall in love, and the father finds out about it and boots the stable boy, you know, away from his daughter. And it just, I don't know. So anyway, he gets booted out and he ends up working the docks, and then ends up in America and working Staten Island, the ferry system. And he becomes friends with this really rich, new money, I like Shaw, Gideon Shaw. And he has this rich guy invest in an idea, and he starts making millions. So then the stable boy is now, has come into a lot of money, and now he's a guest at this estate where this woman lives. However, the woman, Aline, I keep wanting to say Adeline, but that is not her name. She was all mopey and whatever, and she was going to read a letter that McKenna had written to one of the other housemaid servants to see how he was doing. And when she was in the kitchen, there was a grease fire that affected her. And so now she's kind of like hidden herself, and she's kind of a spinster. And she lives with her brother, who's now the Earl on the estate, and her sister, who is also an outcast. So I like her, and I do feel for her, because I do have scars of my own, and you always take it more personally than the other party. But I don't know, like, she just annoys me so far. And there's so much pining. So much pining. It drives me nuts. And this keeps popping up. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. Did we come back from the fair? Oh, yeah, I think they're on their way home from the fair. There's like a little village fair with like gingerbread and, you know, knickknacks and whatever. So it's kind of cute. I think for me, for the rest of the month, what I want to do is read the books that I had planned on, because I really wanted to read The Daughter of a Pirate King. I have, what is it called? Ballad of Sea and Sky, that I have to annotate and send to April, because she's the next one in the traveling book that Maggie has made. And yeah, so that's my update. Oh, I want to show you one thing. Okay, random and has nothing to do with the readathon. However, look at this coffee. My friend Danielle bought it for me and gifted it to me when I went to New York. So I can't wait to try it. She knows that I like dark roast. It smells really good, but I just love the bag. I have to remember not to throw the bag out. So yeah, that is my quasi update. If you were involved in the readathon, how did you do? What was your favorite book, so that I can add it to my TBR? And thank you, Hannah, for coming up with the great ideas, and all of the hosts that I missed a lot of it, but I did catch some on Instagram and the Discord. So yeah, I hope you're having a great day and a great week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.